Teflon Zimmerman, he's in the news again. We're going to talk about him, and I'm going to show you what the face of an idiot looks like coming up.
So George Zimmerman is in the news again, and for those that don't know who Zimmerman is, he is the guy that was acquitted after he shot and killed a young man by the name of Trayvon Martin. He's had several run-in with the police since then, and he's done a whole lot of trash talking on social media. In fact, he posted this after somebody posted something about it's time to slap an idiot in the face day or something like that. And apparently Zimmerman didn't learn.
Hurt you, didn't he? Oh, use your words.
My bad. I probably shouldn't have went there. So anyway, I'm going to play a couple of news clips right now, and then we'll follow up on the other side.
More than a year ago, a bullet shattered the passenger side window of George Zimmerman's pickup. He was showered in glass but not seriously hurt.
First of all, I wanted to thank God above all for sparing my life that day.
Matthew Apperson was convicted of trying to kill Zimmerman May of 2015. Apperson said he fired at Zimmerman's truck only when faced with a gun pointed at him. Zimmerman denied pointing a gun and accused Apperson of being the aggressor.
Mr. Apperson pulled that trigger and didn't care. In fact, he joyfully bragged about killing me and said, "I got him. I shot George Zimmerman."
Matt is a man that has loved and protected me.
Apperson's wife and his mother say they'll appeal his conviction, saying Zimmerman is the dangerous one and claiming Apperson didn't get a fair trial.
I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, with every beat of my heart and every breath I take, that Matt is not guilty.
The judge was asked to release Apperson on bond while he appeals. She refused, saying firing a shot on Lake Mary Boulevard qualifies Apperson as a threat.
In my opinion, he deserves a bond. I think the appellate courts are going to find legal error.
20 years was the minimum allowed under sentencing guidelines.
So in this next clip, you're going to see mother and wife talk about the conviction. So just stay with me now, because I'm going to bring it all home at the end. And heck, it may even keep one of you from going to jail too. So let's continue.
I was absolutely shocked. In my opinion, he deserves a bond. I think the appellate courts are going to find legal error within the court proceedings, and I'm very hopeful that the appellate courts will overturn or at least remand this decision.
You said it. I'm having trouble comprehending all of it. I stand here numb. Completely numb. I feel like my feet are just going to give out from under me, but...
The arresting officer wrote that your husband has a fixation on George Zimmerman. Is that correct?
Okay, so I'm going to pause right here just for a quick second, because I want you to take a look at her. Does this look like an individual who just found out that their husband got sentenced for 20 years? Keep that thought in the back of your mind while we finish looking at the remainder of the clip, and then we'll follow up at the end here.
My husband has no fixation on anything. We were about to move into a home, start our lives in our home. I can't wrap my head around all of it, the lies and the things that people have held on to, and it's just so much injustice, and it's such a shame.
Couple things to point out, but before I do, if you don't know my background, check out some of my other videos, especially some of the recent training cop videos I did, and you can get the 411 on exactly who I am and what I do. But it's not for the scope of this topic. Plus, y'all don't want to hear about that boring stuff anyway. Hey, while you're at it, smash that like button for me and go ahead and subscribe too. Okay, so the points that I want to bring to your attention are as follows. Okay, first of all, you remember where I stopped the tape when the wife was asking, or when she was asked that question, and she smiled. Okay, so I wanted you to take notice of the mother, but also let's talk about the terminology that the mother was using. She was using words like legal errors and remanded. Normal people don't do that, okay? And the wife was smiling. That's the one I stopped the frame on there. She was smiling when she was asked that question. I'm going to explain some of that in just a second, but I still want you to think about that, okay? Now, I'm not saying that they were rehearsed. In fact, I kind of think that it was the opposite. Conspiracy theorists are going to have fun with that, but actually, I think they should have been rehearsed a little bit better, and I think that part of what they were saying to the judge, especially when they got confrontational with her, and you can check out the news clips in their entirety and see that, you'll see that they pissed that judge off. Thus, probably the reason why he was found guilty and got 20 years, all right, got the minimum, which is 20 years, so he couldn't get nothing but that. But they were actually just saying some very confrontational with the judge. I think that's one thing. The fact that the mother the wife, was smiling when asked that question. Now, some people are going to say, look, she couldn't even cry, or she wasn't crying. Sometimes when people are nervous, they don't know how to conduct themselves, and so they don't know what to do, and they will smile, given the benefit of the doubt. Under pressure, sometimes people do that. So you do have to take that in consideration, and that is honestly, that's kind of what I saw there. I just saw somebody that didn't know what else to do, and while she was looking for the words, she kind of laughed. So I know other people are going to see what they want to see, but somebody that studies kinesics and this human behavior and everything else, that's pretty much what I saw. All right, now the mother though, that was, I don't know about that one. Being playing devil's advocate here, if you will, that terminology that she was using. Man, I've been in the criminal justice field for like 20 years, and I don't remand it. I don't even talk like that. All right, and I deal with judges all the time. Okay, so just kind of questionable on that. But there's a couple of other points that I wanted to bring to your attention as well. Okay, so at the beginning I was saying how Zimmerman was acquitted. Okay, I just want to make some clarification and distinctions here. Acquitted does not mean that he did not do it. Okay, obviously he did it because there's a young man that's not alive right now, but he was acquitted, and I think that's why there is so much backlash towards this guy in society, plus the pure lack of remorse. And in fact, he's just become more blazoned and rash with his behavior and attitudes after he was acquitted than he even was beforehand. So I think that's why but I do want to make the distinction of acquitted doesn't mean that he was not guilty. Okay, it just, what that does mean though is, once again, the prosecution failed to prove their case, just as this guy's attorney failed him. And I hope that the Appersons ask for their money back, okay, because their attorney failed them. Number one, he should have prepped those women better than that, so that whether they were in front of the judge or the media, they would have used the right words and had the right kind of behavior. I don't know that that was the sole reason, and I'm not saying that was the sole reason for this guy's conviction. Obviously it wasn't. But it sure, probably added some fuel to the fire there. Just had to make that point. Okay, so the other thing, though, is this guy, I just don't think his attorney, he didn't tackle this the right way. And therefore, he needs to ask for his money back. Bottom line, attorney failed him. Dude needs to get his money back. Here's the question I want to propose to you, okay, as well as getting dialogue on whatever else you want to talk about in this topic here. But if an attorney jacks up, should criminal attorneys be like the accident attorneys, where there's no money, there's no fee if they don't win your case? What do you think about that? Do you think people would be doing a little bit better job if it was, kind of pay for play, if you will, kind of fee-based system? If I will get you off, and if I don't get you off, then, or do you think that would just be like they would be saying, screw it, just let him go to jail, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that, or what do you think is a better way? Because I kind of think, or do you think the judge just gave him 20 years because he was like, dang it, you had your chance. Why didn't you finish it? Probably shouldn't have said that. But, you know, come on, give me some feedback. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, before I wrap this video up here, I wanted to show you this picture right here, okay? This is the face of an idiot. And we're going to talk about that on the next video, all right? But that's going to wrap it up for this one. And just as always, know that myself and the entire Ben group is always watching over you. So just let me know if there is ever anything that I can do to help you in business or otherwise.